Hello and welcome back to the Lucky Era podcast. I am so excited to have you here. I am Tiana Holly and today we're talking all about how to manifest during the Lion Gates portal. It is a freaking magical time of the year. There is so much good energy. So today we have a little bonus episode on it. I don't know when I'm going to release it yet, but when you're listening to this, hello. So Lion Gates portal, we'll be getting all into what it actually is, why it's even special, and the exact steps to set intentions, get rid of the blockages that are stopping your manifestations, and manifest exactly what you want in 2026 and end of 2026, start of 2027. I want to start by saying I am not at all an expert. I am just someone who has found this so fun since I don't even know when. I don't know when I started getting all woo-woo. It's not something I do regularly or consistently, but it is something I do enjoy and I like writing things down. I like this whole process. I love the law of assumption. I 100% believe in these stars aligning and everything happening how it's supposed to. But I also believe that if something isn't meant for you, even if you manifest it exactly how you're supposed to, you won't get it because there is a higher power looking out for you and there's a better path that is meant for you and more aligned for you, if that makes sense. So at the start of every episode, we've got our lucky lately moment. This is our gratitude check-in or our lesson that we've learned as of late. I'm also a little bit sick right now. I don't know if you can hear it in my voice. I'm still recovering. I feel completely fine. It's just my voice is a little bit husky, a little bit croaky. So right now I'm grateful to live in a time where we do get to write in our pretty little journals and manifest and sing to the stars and see our horoscopes and tarot readings on TikTok and wherever else. I love that we get to go about our little girly pop rituals and be ambitious at the same time. We get to go after everything we want, but we can still have fun and believe in the stars and a high power or not believe in anything at all. But if you're listening to this, like manifesting really is believing that there's something beyond us. So I really feel like the key is to balance, being ambitious and having all these goals and kind of like that masculine hustle energy with the more feminine side and having fun with it and being playful. We can do both. We can do everything. Anything we set our mind to is within our reach. We've got this. That's basically what this episode is, and encouraging you to go after everything you want. So let's get into it. First of all, what even is Lion Gates portal? Basically, it's an astrological event that happens every single year. It's known for being a really good time to set intentions and lock in your manifestations. And there are active times. I think it goes for 2 weeks. So this year, I believe it's the 29th of July to the 12th of August, but the peak of it is on the 8th of August. Apparently this year is stronger because it's a 888 year, which means it's the 8th day of the month on the 8th month of the year. But, and let me get the maths for this, I had to write it down. It's the 8th year if you add up all the numbers of the 8th of the 8th, 2026. So if you go 8 plus 8 plus 2 plus 2 plus 6, you get 26. Then you add the 2 and the 6 together, which makes another 8. So 888, and in like angel numbers, 888 is the number of abundance. It's one of my favorite ones to see around. I'm like, oh, good things are coming. So I feel like this is such a fun time of the year to lock in your goals, especially when we're in like the last, 5 months of the year. If you had New Year's goals or resolutions that you're really hoping to go after and you're still moving the needle, you're still trying to make progress towards them, lock in and give this a go. It never hurts to try, especially something new. So before we start manifesting, there are things you should do to help unlock this the best. First of all, get really clear on the vision. What is it they actually want? Journaling is a great way to reflect and work out what you're actually aligned with. A lot of the time with social media, we get caught up in what we see other people having versus what we actually want and what is aligned and true to ourselves. I've got some little prompts here for you. So what are you grateful for? I feel like right now I'm just grateful to have routine and look after my health. I feel like after you've been sick, you definitely go, damn, I don't want to go through that again. And you're more locked in on eating healthy, moving your body and feeling more grateful for the things that you couldn't do when you were down. Secondly, what do you wish was different? Maybe there was something you really wanted to go after this year and you tried, but it just hasn't turned out how you wanted to, or you wish you could connect with your family more, you wish you'd spent more time with friends. What do you wish you could change? And especially pay attention to the things you actively can make a difference with. But with manifesting, like sky's the limits. It doesn't even have to be something within your circle of control. Thirdly, what is your wildest dream, your future goals, your dream life? If you could sit down and just, picture the most fulfilled version of yourself. A lot of the time when we say picture your dream life, people sit down and they go, yes, I've got a Lamborghini and a giant mansion and this and that. Mum and I were speaking about it the other day. We have not a big house, but it's not a small house either. It feels small when there's 4 adults living in it, but when it's just the one person home, it feels quite large. And we were saying how we actually like that there's not that much distance between the rooms. So if I forget something, once I put the alarm on, I can still run down to my room, grab it and run back without having to turn it off and everything. So maybe living in a mansion wouldn't be well suited to me because I actually like having everything in a close vicinity, but I'd also like space. So weigh up your pros and cons. Maybe you want to live in the city. Maybe you're more of a farm girl and you like being surrounded by nature, or maybe somewhere like LA. I've never been to LA. Apparently it's like Adelaide, but like Adelaide where I'm close to the city, but I'm also 10 minutes from a beach, and that's pretty much at all times. And then I can also just drive up to the hills and be one with nature. You're never too far from anything. And then lastly, what is no longer serving you? Maybe it's an outdated exercise routine, or you've got friends that are holding you back and that aren't actually that great for you and your goals. Maybe it's limiting beliefs and something that you're holding yourself back with because you just believe like, wow, I can't do this thing because of X, Y, and Z. Writing it all down and getting it down onto paper definitely helps and allows you to be more self-aware. I love using Pinterest for inspo of what I am actually attracted to and the lifestyle that I kind of lean towards, different aesthetics and moods and things that I like. It also helps you to actually visualize what you want, but I'll get into that later. From this, we can then set clear intentions on what we want to attract and achieve. Intentions are like the values and qualities and traits that you want to embody through your lifestyle and your mindset. When you're setting these intentions, you want to keep the framing of them very positive. Avoid words that have like negative connotations like don't or less. So for example, instead of be less indecisive, change it to trust my intuition and that what is meant for me will always find me. Especially with indecision, I'm really bad for not being able to make my mind up. But when we're being indecisive and we're trying to like decide which one's the right decision and stressing about it, we're basically just assuming that the universe or whatever's going on, we're going to get punished for choosing one way or another. And that is like the whole point of life, to try new things, experience new things. And what's that saying? Everything is a win when the goal is experience. So I think that mindset shift definitely helps as well. The other thing with setting intentions is it doesn't have to be full sentences. It can literally just be one word. So every year I pick one word of the year, which kind of sums up the energy I want to embody for that year, if that makes sense. So for this year, it was aligned. I'm looking at them right now on my vision board. But the other one was consistency and trust. I wanted to trust that what is meant for me will find me. I will find my way. I want to trust in myself and that I do know what I'm doing. And that everything's happening for a reason. Life is happening for me, not against me. And through being consistent and showing up every day and acting in alignment with who I am, my values, and just being true to myself, really, everything will unfold the way it's meant to. I can't fail when I'm trying my best. I've got some other examples of sentence ones in case you're a little bit stuck. So we've got be present and in the moment, be intentional with my work. I feel this heavily as someone who does content and social media for work. I don't want to jump on trends and do things just for the sake of it. It has to be aligned with, I've used that word so much, but really it has to be aligned with who I am, what I'm trying to put across in my branding. Approach the ups and downs with a positive mindset and embrace change as part of the process. Take strategic risks with my career and connect with others. I love all of those, really. Once we have an intention set, you can either just like keep this in your mind, or you can use it as a word of the year on your vision board. You can write it down somewhere. As long as you know what you're trying to embody and how you're trying to move in the next year, really. I feel like for the Lion Gates portal, my manifestations are always year-long ones until the next Lion Gates portal, or even just putting stuff out for future me in general, whether it's 5 years, 10 years. Next, we're going to release what no longer serves you. If you are still holding on to old narratives and old storylines and old beliefs, it is really hard to become a new version of you. You have to be willing to let go of the old to make room for the new. This can be especially hard when it means letting go of old friendships, when it means applying for new jobs and stepping into a role that is actually meant for you, or taking a leap of faith with something that you've always wanted to do but have struggled to find the bravery and the confidence or just the opportunity to go for it and send it. Maybe this comes from a place of self-doubt. I know for me, I always really doubted my ability to just put myself out there, to be honest with you, especially on the internet. And I felt like I just don't like doing my makeup every day. I love my skincare. I love putting my hair in little heatless curls and whatnot. And I really love fashion, but my outfits aren't crazy or anything. I felt like I couldn't be successful. And I had all these beliefs that were holding me back. When you see these influencers and some of the most successful ones, Sofa Dofa, for example, the things she is most well known for is her white tank top that she created. And she didn't reinvent the wheel with that. Tank tops already existed, but she did it new. She did it in a different way and it was valuable. So trying to rewrite out those old beliefs and even just identify them in the first place can make such a huge difference. The first step is actually knowing what is holding you back. And you have to be a little bit self-aware, which always sucks because I hate thinking of myself as someone who's holding myself back. Or sometimes I'll see people and I get a little bit jealous. I'll be like, oh, where is that coming from, Tiana? Not so much anymore, but to begin with, I was like, what the hell? This person's just comes so naturally to them. Like, why am I struggling so much? But it was actually coming from me just doubting myself so much in the first place, where this person had the confidence and audacity to put themselves in rooms that I wasn't even looking at. I wasn't even peeking through the window. Releasing comes from a place of trust that you know better things are coming your way. First of all, I feel like brain dumping really helps with this. Just mindlessly writing it all onto paper. Even if you catch yourself feeling a little bit negatively or some sort of way, or you see somebody else doing something you want to, and you're like, damn, I wish I could do that. Write it down in your notes app, write it down on your phone. You can even put it into like AI or something. AI will call you out if you ask it to. But any fear, grudge, negative belief or worries, get it all out of your mind, put it onto paper. Some people like to then burn it. Like they'll be like, I'm scared I'm not good enough, onto paper, and then they'll take a lighter or put it in an actual fire. I don't know, I've never done it, and just blow it up. Well, it's not blowing it up. It's setting it on fire. They burn it. I could never do that. That's a fire hazard. I'm scared. But if that's therapeutic to you, maybe you like to rip it up. Please do everything safely if you do. Actually, maybe just don't do it at all. Let's just rip it. That sounds better. Put it under water. That'll ruin it as well. For physical clutter, one of the things that pisses me off and makes me so annoyed is my phone buzzing 1,000 times a day. Now, I love Substack. Bless, I love it. I love seeing people's posts, but I don't need an email every time someone posts. And I didn't realize that that's what the whole process was, and that's my bad. But now my phone buzzes 24/7 because I am on so many people's email lists, because I was like, yeah, I'll support you. I like reading your things. I subscribe to so many. Now I have to go back through and unsubscribe from them all. I get spam emails, random people who it's like, you know, put your email in and you get a free digital product. And I'm like, okay. And now I'm on their email list. I'm like, oh, I'm getting all these emails I don't want anymore, or just from shops. So unsubscribing from emails, turning notifications off for certain apps. I just realized this is actually digital clutter, not physical, but I'm going to continue talking about digital while I'm at it. Unfollow people who make you feel bad. They don't actually have to be a bad person for it to make you feel bad. It may just be this beautiful girl making a difference in life and in society, but it makes you feel bad because you compare yourself to her looks or her body shape or accounts that you no longer align with. When I was in high school, I followed a lot of meme accounts. I don't really know why, because I just don't know. Anyways, and now when they come off my feed, I'm like, oh, I don't think this is funny anymore. Like I'm a bit more of a girly pop. I like the reels. I like the funny reels. So unfollowing all of those, anything that doesn't align with you and who you are now, or this future version of yourself, bye-bye. Now, physical clutter, actual physical clutter this time. A lot of old energy we hold on to through our clothes. If you have holy socks, just get rid of them. The version of you that is abundant and makes bank isn't walking around wearing holy socks. You will get more opportunities and feel more confident when you just dress like that dream version of yourself. And I'm telling you right now, I don't know anybody whose dream version has their big toes sticking out of their socks. Now, I do have socks like this. I got fluffy socks. They got holes in them. They're my lucky socks. That's a different story. I'm not getting rid of those. But I just went and bought, I got my foot up to the camera if you're watching right now. I just went and bought new socks. You can get them from the supermarket on sale. Get yourself some new socks. Get rid of the old socks. Make room for new. Or just clothes that aren't new anymore. I had this pair of skinny jeans from 2018 and they were so cool at the time. Like I felt so hot. I was little. I think I was 13. I was rocking around in my skinny jeans. They had little rips at the knees. Like I felt like that girl. And I don't know why I held on to them for so long, because I cannot fit into those anymore. Like this was 7 years ago. I've got hips now. My body has changed. But even aside from that, I don't like them. I don't wear skinny jeans. None of my jeans have holes in them now. I don't want to wear tight fitting clothes all the time. Like I want to be comfortable and feel good in my clothing. So bye-bye. Didn't need to hold on to those anymore. It was really just holding on to old energy, and I was like, oh, but the memories. And then I was like, wait, that actually wasn't a good time in my life. Get rid of it. Now we're moving on to the good stuff, the reason you're here, or the manifesting. I've got some advice before we start going ham and getting into the ways that you can manifest and step into your dream girl era, your lucky girl era in this Lion Gates portal. To start with, when you're writing, write everything in the present tense. I am a freaking millionaire. That's the only example I can ever come up with that's pretty blank blanket for everybody because people love money. The girls love bank. You know, I am beautiful. I am that girl. I am a CEO. I am a business owner, a successful business owner. Don't forget the adjectives. That's my other point that I was going to make. You can put in there like, I am a business owner, but the universe is going to go, yeah, bet. You can be an unsuccessful business owner too. Make sure to put, no, specifically, I want to be a successful one. Get really into the details. You know, how much money do you want to be making? What type of business is it? What kind of turnaround do you want? How many staff do you want? Do you want to have a big following on social media for your business? Do you want to become, I don't know, one of the Forbes 30 under 30? Get specific, feel the emotion, and then detach and go about your day as if you already have it, which easier said than done, but you can do it. I know you can. It just takes some practice and some time. Just go about your day as if you already are that person, which, you know, if you're trying to manifest being a millionaire and you're currently living paycheck to paycheck, it can be difficult. But what I like to do is, this is so much easier said than done. I won't look at the specific numbers in my bank account, and I try to allocate my pay so I know that I'll never run out of money for my bills and the things that I actually need. I don't need to go and buy a new pair of shoes or whatever, but I do need to keep my car running, and not having to worry about that makes me feel like a millionaire. I'm like, hell yeah, I never have to worry about money because it's true, I don't. All my bills money is sitting there, and I feel very grateful to have that sorted and to have prepped myself and my pay over the years to be set for the next month. Like, I'm all good until the next paycheck. So you can do things like that. Or do you want to be like a Range Rover mum? Even that. Does she get up and go to Pilates in the morning? You don't have to go and book a Pilates class. You can chuck on YouTube and do it on your bedroom floor. That's still getting up and doing Pilates. Embody that version of yourself in any way, shape, or form that you can. And just have confidence that it is going to come to you, because it will if you keep carrying that belief. You got to be delulu. And remember, you are the luckiest girl in the entire world. Boy, man, luckiest person. Detaching is definitely the hardest part in my opinion. But another example of this is if you have a phone, which if you're listening to this, I'm guessing you do, you are not sitting there worrying about it and obsessing over when am I going to get it? When is it going to come back to me? When is it just going to come to me in general? All day, every day. You know it is there. Even if you leave it in another room, you're not actively stressing about it because it's not right in front of you yet. You know it's in the other room. You know you can go and get it. You know it will come to you and it'll be with you in a minute. And you're not obsessing over about how you're going to get it back. You just know it will. You know it's going to happen. There's this quote, and I'm pretty sure it's Joe Dispenza. I really love it. I have it on my vision board, and it's, if you're already in Barbados, why would you be talking about going to Barbados? If you already have the thing, why would you be talking about getting the thing and how you're going to get the thing all the time and obsessing over, how is the thing coming to me? You just know, it's right there. I'm in Barbados already. You already are a successful business owner. You already are a Range Rover mom. It's coming, baby girl. Don't you stress about a thing. One way I like to do this and move how I would if I had the thing is, my dream car is a Porsche, right? I currently drive a little car, not a Porsche. It's my little go-kart. I get inside, and when I'm sitting there, I treat my baby like it is a Porsche. I don't trash it. I don't go out of my way, at least, to hit curbs. I do my very best to look after my car, keep it looking presentable, keep it nice on the inside. When I sit there, I got my wheel, I'm like, oh, this is exactly how I feel to drive my Porsche. Like, got my hands around my beautiful steering wheel. I love my car. I'm grateful for my car. The exact same way I would be or will be for my Porsche. So take care of your current possessions and life as if it is the end result of your desires. So let's get into the techniques to manifest what you want this Lion Gates portal. I told you we're in our lucky era. So to start with, write a letter to your future self. I did this. I don't know if it's behind me still. If you're watching on video, you'll be seeing me whip it out right now. I've got one that I wrote last year on the 8th of August, and it says, to Tiana Holly, to be open 8th of August 2026. I'm really excited to open that because I have no idea what's in it. And then this other one that I wrote at the start of this year on the 10th of January for me to open this time next year. Basically, you sit down and you write the letter from future year's perspective. You've got everything you want, and this is future you journaling about it, writing about it as if it already happened. In the present tense, she's so positive and excited and happy. Avoid saying things like, I can't believe this happened to me, because you absolutely can believe it. You deserve this, and for it to happen, you need to be able to believe it can happen to you. You can write anything and everything you want. I like to do mine in like almost little categories. So I start off being like, today is a fabulous day. Like, I work full time for myself. I woke up and did blah, blah, blah. And then I'll get into like, I'm hanging out with my best friends, you know, this person. You don't need to name drop. Like, you can manifest the name if you want. My blonde best friend, this best friend doing this thing, and get really specific. Like, attach the feeling feeling to the story. How would you feel? Use your 5 senses. What is it? Touch, sight, smell, taste, hear. This is a really fun one too. I really love being able to open it in a year's time and see, what did Tiana a year ago want? What was she trying to manifest versus what do I know now? How have I changed? What am I still working at? And what progress have I made? Because we really do forget how far we've come. Next is creating a vision board of your dream self. When you do this, use pictures from a first person point of view. So instead of having, I'm brunette, having like a photo of a brunette girl sitting in a car and I can see her face, and obviously if I'm looking at that person, it's not me. Have a photo of someone looking down. It's almost like a first person perspective of their hand on the wheel. By doing this, it can help you visualize yourself in that dream you situation, and it makes it more of a reality. Your brain gets more familiar with it, and then you start subconsciously seeking opportunities for that to happen, kind of align yourself with that experience. Next, we've got scripting, which is basically the same as the letter to yourself, but it's a singular journal entry. Write the same thing, attach it to the feeling, your 5 senses, to real things that your body and your brain know and can connect to. Like, what does your morning look like? What did you eat for breakfast? How does it feel to get ready for your dream job? What are you doing in the afternoon? What are your weekend plans? What does your day-to-day look like? That sort of thing. Because you know how it feels to get up and have breakfast. So maybe right now you're getting up and you're just making a coffee or a matcha and you're skipping breakfast entirely, where the dream version of you, she gets up and has brunch with the girls. You know how that feels. You know how it feels to go out to a cafe and have brunch. So it's easy enough for you to sit there and be like, I can smell pancakes and blueberry syrup and I can taste the cold ice cubes and caramel foam from my matcha. Be specific, but also stay open. A lot of the times things happen in the way that we least expect. I'm currently a social media manager, which I have been trying to get a job in the field for so long now. It is a really competitive industry. It is hard to get into. It is even harder to get into when I have zero proven experience just posting on my own social media. There's only so much that I can show, you know, especially when there are people with degrees and people who've got formal qualifications going after it, and I'm sitting here like, yeah, I post on TikTok. You know, it doesn't hold much weight. I applied for job after job. I had a portfolio. I had mock projects. I had everything that you possibly could need. I had references. I had statements from people that I'd worked for through content creation saying like, she's great, yay. But I just kept getting rejected and rejected time and time again. I think I applied for something like, I don't know, it was insane. I had a tracker and then I gave up on it at one point because I was like, this is actually just ridiculous. All the traditional ways you're supposed to go after the job, through Indeed, through Seek, through businesses that were actually seeking employees in this role, they weren't working for me. And then I had an interview at a junior position at a restaurant. It was like the host, you know, the person that goes, welcome. They said they're looking for like a host/manager. And then they're like, oh, what do you want to do? And I was like, I want to like work in marketing. I want to work my way up. Like that's my long-term goal. And they sat there, looked at my resume and went, well, that's not realistic when you're not in uni, is it? You need a degree. And I obviously did not take the job because I was like, oh, you're cramping my style. You are not my kind of people. I choose delusional. Every time I will choose delusional. I do not believe that there is one way to get into a creative field like marketing. If you're a doctor, sure. I do not want people who used to play like Operation doing surgery on me. So I posted on Facebook saying like, hey, I'm an accredited barista, which is true. I did barista training at my last hospitality job. And then I was like, I'm also a social media content creator. I posted a little photo of myself with me going at my last job. And I was like, if any businesses are looking for either or both, please contact me. And I had, I think it was like 75 messages and comments or something insane. One job I turned down. I said, oh, I'm so sorry. Like I've found employment once I did find the job that I'm currently in. And they were like, do you have even like 2 to 3 days spare a week that you could come in? And I was like, oh my God, this was the girl that's being rejected. And now I'm a social media manager and I am their sole marketing team. But if I just kept going the traditional way, like people told me to, I had my friend tell me, if someone in the industry has told you that the only way to get a job in the field is by getting a degree, just get the degree. Well, easier said than done, isn't it? So it's really important to recognize that you can do all the things, you can write it down on paper, you can visualize, you can manifest your little heart out, but it takes real action that aligns with the thing to get there. You can't just manifest your desires by saying, I want this. You actually need to take charge of your life and make moves. It's like if you said, I really want long, glossy, beautiful hair, but then you're cutting it with kitchen scissors. Those two things aren't aligned. There's only so much that writing it down and manifesting can do. And I feel like this is where people get skeptical and don't believe because all of their actions are going against the thing they want. With this, just because you can't see it yet, just because it's not showing up in your 3D and it's not right in front of you, it doesn't mean it doesn't exist or that it's not coming. I've never seen the Eiffel Tower or Taj Mahal or Justin Bieber, but I know they exist. And even when they're not right in front of me, I know they're still a real thing. I know it still exists. I know, if I really wanted to, I could go and find it. I could go there. Probably not Justin Bieber. I feel like he'd be difficult, but the Taj Mahal and the Eiffel Tower, I could definitely go and see. I have seen the Eiffel Tower, but don't sit there and fret and panic just because it's not right in front of you yet. Trust it is on its way and trust that it exists. It's yours. It's reality. And lastly, we've got the pillow method. I love this one. It is so cutesy. It's like a little dreamer girl. Basically, you write down the thing that you want on a little piece of paper and then you fold it up and you tuck it into your pillow. Like if it's got the cover on it, tuck it right in there, push it to the other side, make sure it doesn't fall out. And then at night, you sleep on it. You sleep on your dreams, like your real life dreams. It's like while you're dreaming, you're on your dreams. When I was moving schools or wanted to move schools, I did this. I'm not exactly sure how it works, but I really like it. I think it's so cute and wholesome. A lot of people also like to pull it out their pillow and read it at night before they go to sleep, but I just leave it there. I have faith. I trust. And really, the more things you do to manifest it, the more the merrier. If you're doubtful of manifesting, definitely start smaller. Don't jump the gun to being gifted a Lamborghini or something. Maybe start with like the person in front of me at Macca's is going to pay for my meal, or they're going to give me extra nuggets. Don't know why all my things are food related right now. Especially things that we haven't experienced before or have experienced adversity with. It can be hard for us to fully manifest and feel the things that we need to in order to align with that reality. There's still a gap between who you are and who you want to be. Like if you want to be a millionaire, but you've always had to be super conscious of where your money is going and what you do with it, it's going to be hard for you to embody just having limitless money. The sky is the limit. Genuinely, we have no glass ceilings here. The sky is the limit. You can achieve anything you want, but sometimes your mind does need a little catching up, and we do still have those subconscious self-doubts. For the millionaire example, maybe you start with a pay increase. Maybe you start with someone just paying for your food at the shops. And before you know it, you'll be exactly where you were supposed to be. Now, lastly, for our lucky girl to-do list, every week there's a little thing that I put on here to help us become our dream selves and take action towards the thing based on what the episode was about. I am properly losing my voice now, but for this episode, our to-do list is to set your intention and do one thing differently to change the way you move in alignment with who you want to be. Maybe you take the rubbish out your car or drive it better as if it is your brand new Porsche, or dress how you would when you're the director of your company or being followed around Hollywood by the paparazzi. Anything is possible. There is no limit. If I've said it once, I've said it 1,000 times. Be grateful for what you have now and what you're going to have, and make your gratitude known. And sleep tight, knowing that everything is going to happen how it's supposed to and everything that you want is coming for you. We are the luckiest girls in the entire world here on this podcast. And if you've enjoyed this episode, make sure to follow along. Leave me a 5-star rating. It really helps me to keep helping you. You can follow me on social media at The Lucky Era on TikTok and Instagram, at Tiana Holly with an I, not a Y, on TikTok. And then the same thing with little underscore at the end on Instagram. I have loved having you here. As always, I love yapping with you. You guys are my little besties on the internet. I love this little corner we have created full of the luckiest girls. I love you so much. Thank you so much for listening. I post every second Wednesday, so I'll see you then. Love you. Bye.